Okay.
So hey, what's up, everybody? This is Casey, and with me today is Jasmine.
Hi.
Jasmine, I think we worked together like how many years already? 2, 3 years. I forgot already.
Two,
How many years?
I think
2 years.
2 years, 2.5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
two,
something
yeah,
like
two
that.
years plus. So I managed to get her to come in to share with everybody on actually how she grow her business and what have she have done. So how do you manage her? How she manage her business, her time and family. So let me get started first. Sorry. So I'll let you get started now, which is, can you introduce a bit yourself and what do you do and where do you base so that people will get to know about you now?
Okay. Well, hi everybody. Thanks, Casey, for having me. My name is Jasmine. I'm based in KK, Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, Malaysia, and I run a school of English language and a further studies consultancy. And recently opened up a baby ballet dance studio as well. So it's a bit of everything. The school and the further studies consultancy is a family business started by my dad in 1981, and I took over about almost 20 years ago now. So it's been a while. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, so tell us a little bit actually about what happened before and after. What is the things that when you work together, what happens, and then after that, what happened after that? So what is the main thing that you discover? What is the most important thing that you can advise people when you run a business?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, it's quite a traditional business, right? So because it's almost 40 years already, and so previously when I came in, it was all the traditional marketing. We do newspapers, we do banners, buntings, and all that for marketing. We relied a lot on word of mouth because we've been around for so long that I think we sort of got quite complacent in our marketing as well. We just did what we've been doing for over 20 years, and because it has worked before, we thought it will continue working.
Okay.
And then up to a point when we started losing students, or just there were less and less students coming in, and I was wondering why that was, and our marketing wasn't as effective anymore. And that's when I chanced upon your Facebook ads. Your Facebook ads kept popping up because I guess because you are so good with education and turning education institutions around, and because I'm in education, and so your Facebook ad kept popping up, and so one day I decided to click on it. Actually, at first I thought, whether are you trying to scam me or something, because there's so many scammers online, right? So you don't really know who is genuine and who is not.
Yeah.
And even the testimonials as well, you don't know whether they are real or not.
Correct.
So, but I decided to take a risk because we needed a change. If we wanted to grow forward into like what you've always said, future-proof your business, we needed to change something. We couldn't keep going in what we were doing. And so I thought, no pain, no gain. So click on you, heard you, you gave me a call. I tried out your method, and I realized that, oh my gosh, okay, you're the real deal. It wasn't just a flash in the pan, say, okay, do this, and then run away with my money. No, you coached me through it, and I learned so much from just knowing exactly how to market on Facebook, what exactly to do, and I was really surprised at how fast the results came in actually, and how quickly it turned around. So within, I think, 2 weeks, I had over 30 inquiries and real leads, and they all came in and registered for the English classes. And I think because the product was already good, we just needed a platform to share and to tell people, hi, we've been here for over 20 years, we can help you with your English, or we can help you with your further studies. And so I'm really grateful. So thanks, Casey.
So from right now, how many students you have?
We have about almost 300, 250, 280. Yeah, we're trying to reach 300 local students. And of course, because of your advertising, we managed to open a new business, which is our baby ballet studio.
Yeah.
And all that advertising came through online, came through the Facebook advertising and the funnels that you've taught us. And that's purely purely you lah. I mean, we should pay you some commission for that. And for that one, we have almost 100 kids already. Because I learned the secret, not secret, but I learned how to target the people that we wanted to target to come in and experience our courses.
So I heard you. Okay. Before I continue, so what makes you suddenly want to start another that baby ballet business? Because it's totally different than the English that you are doing right now.
True. I started that because I've always been involved in performing arts. I've always loved it as a hobby. And then towards the end of, I think, 2018, after I met you already, we did our English courses and all that online. End of 2018, I had a friend who messaged me and said, hey, I want to bring a ballet over to KK. And 9 years before that, I actually danced with him in a ballet here in KK itself. And now he's gone professional. He's got his own company in KL. And he decided to connect with me back and say, hey, I want to bring another ballet in, this time under my own company. So I went around looking for companies to try and organize this ballet, like NGOs, Rotary Club, Lions Club, whoever wanted to bring this in and maybe to raise money for their own charities. But nobody wanted to. Nobody wanted to take it on so quickly. So I decided, okay, I'll take it on. I'll organize it because, I'm a great organizer and this is fun and it's something that I love. And it'd be great to bring something, a performing arts, a real ballet into KK after 9 years. And so I brought them in. I organized it, and basically I connected with all the other ballet studios in KK because I know most of them, and they're all my friends. And so there were three ballet studios in KK that came to organize it with me. And I told my KL friend, I said, I will bring you in on one condition. You can come in, but you cannot just dance and go away. You have to transfer skill. You have to transfer skill to our Sabah dancers or to our Sabah community. And so the condition was that they would come, they would bring their professional dancers, but they would also involve up to 30 of our own dancers from KK. So at least our KK dancers have a chance to be in a professional ballet, production. And so we opened up for auditions, and instead of just 30 students, there were 70 that came for audition. So many, yeah. I think people didn't even know there were so many ballerinas in KK.
Yeah, so I'm surprised.
Yeah. So in the end, we had 50 dancers on stage. So we had 25 professionals. Nine of them were professionals, real professional dancers from KL and from Philippines. And then the rest were from KL, they're his students, but 25 of them overall, and then 50 from us. And then we went 8 months of practice and coordinating and all that. I put it under my own foundation, my arts foundation, put out the money, all that. So it was really successful. And at first I thought this is just a project for charity and for the community. But after that, see the thing is that when you do something out of just to give back to the community and without anything that, I must make money out of this. Good things come back to you. People see your heart and people know that you're doing it genuinely out of your own heart, right? And so after that, people started calling me for ballet classes. And I kept having to tell them that, IEC is not a studio. We are just English class, English courses and further studies, but we're not a dance studio. Go to our friends and our studios. And then they come back to us and say that, well, they're all full. And my baby has been on waiting list for this studio, that studio for over a year already. She's 4 years old now. She's going to be 5. By the time she wants to go to ballet and is open, she won't be interested anymore. So I thought, okay. I will open for you. And then hopefully after when you get older, then you will transfer into the bigger schools if you want to continue. Because normally, at 4 years old, you don't really know what you want, right? You just want to dance around and prance around and look pretty in a tutu. And then by the time you go to primary school, a lot of students have other interests. They may not continue. And even if they do, they can always go to the bigger schools. So I thought, okay, I'll start with maybe 2 classes. In the end, not 2 classes. There was so much interest, mainly from word of mouth, but also I decided to use your funnel. See, you gave me so much demand. So I did Facebook advertising, like what I learned from all your training before that. And I had 50 students that started, 50. I didn't even know there were that many babies in KK. They wanted to come once a week, 45 minutes to dance in the studio. The good thing also is that I already had a studio in IEC, so that was a advantage now.
So how many you have now?
So from that 50 students to start with, it grew to now almost 100. And now
From
because of
scratch,
CMCO, yeah, so even with CMCO, a lot of them still remain online with me. And so that's another new skill. I had to make sure that I keep their interest and keep their attention, right? How do you do online ballet? Baby ballet, adult ballet
yeah.
maybe okay lah, but baby ballet, even to catch their attention for half an hour in person is hard.
Wow.
Online, they go off the screen, you don't know where they go, right? So that's another new skill that I had to learn during this MCO. But I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful that I managed to, not I, but that we as a team, we managed to, go through all those challenges and think of new things. Think of new things during, especially during MCO as well. So yeah, so I want
Lucky
to
for
encourage
you.
all of you out of there. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're stuck or you're not sure what to do, and there are so many things that seems impossible, just think, number one, there's always a way. There's always a way. There's a will, there's a way. And there's usually not just one open door, there are many doors. There are many doors that you can explore. So, take heart and be encouraged.
So the other thing I want to ask, this is more of a business, because you see, normally what other people do, I mean, they only have one business and then they have to work like they have to work like hell, then they don't have time. But you are starting like you managed to handle two businesses at the same time, and two businesses are doing extremely well right now, and one is starting from scratch. Like, how do you manage to do that? I mean, how do you manage to make sure business are doing well? What is the secrets and what is the main thing, what you can advise to people who are watching this right now?
Pray. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's a good thing. I'm very blessed with a great team. You do need to build up a team. One person can't do everything as well. You do need a great team, and you need to value your team. You need to make sure that they know that they're valued, and they know that they have the authority to act and to do something as well. So encourage your team and make sure your team is valued. That's number one. Number two, don't think more work, think what works. I think people think that, in order to be successful, you have to, burn the midnight oil and work until midnight, 1, 2 a.m. And sometimes your results is only like hardly anything. I'm not saying don't work hard. Working hard is a must. You have to work hard, but that's not the only thing you have to do. You have to work smart. You have to think of what works. What is your niche market? Who are you actually targeting? Be smart about it, and then ask smart people. Ask people who have done it before. Don't go to people who haven't done it before and who are going to be cannot lah, Malaysians know lah, they won't like this lah. Don't go to all the naysayers. Go to people who are growth mindsets. People like Casey, you know those friends who are always naysayers, just put them aside. They're great to have a drink and moan over, but don't stay with them. Go to people who have a growth mindset and who will encourage you along the way. And everyone has 24 hours in a day. It's really how you use it. What really helps me is that every day I would try to think when I wake up, okay, what is my main event of the day? Because even though everyone has 24 hours, and we can't put 100% into every single thing that we do every single moment of the day, it's impossible. You will burn out by the end of it, and in the end, you will find that you have all this attention spent on everything, but in the end, spent on nothing. So when you wake up every day, think, okay, what is my objective for today? Who are the people I'm seeing? What am I going to do? And then at the end of the day, you can reflect. Our reflection is so important because I think one of the gurus, John Maxwell, he's a leadership guru that I follow as well. And he says that, experience isn't the best teacher, but evaluated experience is. So I find that really useful at night, just reflecting on the day, who did you see? What did you do? What did you learn? And that just brings your efficiency up another level when you wake up the next day. So so those are my few tips to do many things. But again, I'm someone who can do a lot of things and I love doing that. Not everyone is like that, and that's okay. That's just a personality thing.
So talking about value the team, because it's something new because not many people talk about that. So how do you make sure your team, how do you value the team, that what you just said just now, and then how do you make sure they really know their value? So how do you do that?
I'm still working on it. And then my team was listening now. I love you. Yeah, I'm still working on it. I haven't been the best. I mean, when I first started, I was terrible. Young upstart, you want to show that you are the best in everything. And because I was a boss very young, I wasn't very good as being a team leader and all that.
Okay.
But as I grew, I realized that work on their strengths. Everybody has strengths. Everybody has strengths. So don't, a lot of bosses or a lot of employers, I think, and a lot of my friends as well, we always tend to harp on people's weaknesses. And that doesn't make them feel good, What you should do is work on their strengths, because everyone has them. That's why you employ them in the first place, right? You wouldn't employ them for their weaknesses. You employ them for their strengths. So number one, look for their strengths. Number two, encourage their strengths. And encouragement works wonders.
How do you encourage? Them? Like, give some examples for people who are listening to you.
Okay, how do you encourage them when they do something well? Instead of just say, hey, well done on that. No, tell them why that was good. I think that was great because you did this and this and this, and therefore, you got us that sale, or you made that student feel good, or you managed to get that in because you did what you did, and I thank you for that. I appreciate you for that. And it's amazing how little people say that. And I still, I mean, until now, I don't say that enough, because it's very like,
yeah, I think I need.
Would you say that, like, Asian people, yeah, but it works, it works. Or you do something nice for them. What also works, I think, is having a team meeting. Make sure you connect with your team every day, if not every week. It may not be possible every day, but at least every week. What's been happening. Where can you come in to help? Give them a bit of encouragement from that as well, and show them that you care, lah.
I see. Yeah. Okay, pretty good. I think I learned a lot of things also from this point. Then, how do you manage?
One thing I want to share as well is, I used to think that I can't share everything that I know because I'm scared that they will leave.
Yeah. Then how?
You know how employees say, you give all your trade secrets away, then they leave and go and start their own thing, and then how cannot. You must always keep a little bit for yourself. I realized that doesn't work. That doesn't work. So my mindset now is I give everything that I know. Everything that I know, they know as well, and I have nothing to hide. I don't have anything, and my wish for them is that my team will grow until the max that they can grow in the company. If they have maxed out their growth, they can't grow anywhere anymore, then okay, then I release them. Then they can go and do whatever they want, whether they're retiring or go and do another business. That's fine with me. But I realized that it doesn't help me and doesn't help my company or myself to keep trade secrets. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I think it will actually wake a lot of people up right now, because I think in Asia, especially in not just Malaysia, in Asia, there are a lot of people think this way.
Yeah.
So it's a good reminder for everyone who are watching this right now. The other things I want to ask are, how do you manage your time? How do you manage your true business and your family and your own personal time? So how do you do that? Because it seems like there are many things to work on a daily basis.
Well, I'm not married yet and I don't have kids, so I always use that as a reason. But actually, people say, no, but still, you do too many things. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Time management is really important.
How do you manage your time?
How do I manage my time? Like I said, so main events. Focus on your main events of the day. Decide which of the 2 or 3 events that you want to give 100% to. So from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to bed, what are your 3 main events? The other events, if you want to come in, okay, you can come in, but don't put 100% focus on that. It's your 3 main events, and that increases your efficiency like crazy. Number 2, you must have me time. I used to work 6 days a week, and Sunday also, because I go to church and I serve in church as well, so it's not really a rest day. Yeah. And so I get really tired and I get burnt out. I do crash. I'm human, I'm human, so I do crash. I get backache, I get really bad flus and all that. And so then my dad, who is a very wise man, he says, Jasmine, you have to learn to do nothing. Basically set aside time to do nothing. And at first I didn't understand what that meant because I'm a doer. I have to do things to feel efficient, to feel
Yeah.
important, to
Like
feel
me, lah.
that I'm moving forward, right? I have to move forward.
Yes.
And then I realized that was really wise because he is great at that. He knows how to do nothing. And so you have to purposely set aside time. So sometimes it can be just half an hour, just your own time, just to reflect and think. And I use that as my thinking time. I had other senior mentors or my friends' fathers, my friends' mothers who tell me, Jasmine, you need thinking time. And what do you mean by that? Didn't understand what it meant. But now I do lah. Basically, time for yourself, time to think. You have to actually pencil that in. So just pencil it in, write it down, and then be disciplined to keep it. That's the other thing. Actually, people know all these things, just no
They
discipline.
just don't. Yeah, they just don't do it.
Yeah, just don't do. So grab an accountability partner, someone who knows, who wants to grow with you as well, and who knows how important this is. Grab someone to grow with you, because by yourself, no way lah. That's why people go for, have personal coaching lah. They have physical coaches lah, because you exercise yourself every day. No one can motivate. No one is so self-motivated.
Okay, very interesting and very eye-opening. Actually, I do practice.
I hope so.
Yeah, actually, I just come across the thinking time like a few months ago. Once I go to one of the seminar in US, then I managed to learn about the thinking time. It's something like what you share, and it's really useful because it really make our mind so clear about it, and then you roughly know, okay, this is the main thing I need to put 100 focus on to doing it. So that's something that we can share. The other thing I want to check with you, because you see, in business, okay, let's talk about the other thing first before I go to the questions. There are some people right now who want to start up something, who are looking for, okay, I want to do educations, I want to start an educations, whether it's personal tutors, or whether I teach English, or whether I teach other subjects. And some categories that I'm actually underemployed right now. I'm still working as an employee, but I want to do something on my own, and I don't know how to do that. What's your advice to these people?
Startup, huh? Use your resources. I think a lot of people they want to start something, but they want to start something where they have no resources. That's almost, for me, it's almost impossible. That you have to know what you have, and then use that first. Make sure then the risk is not so high. I mean, some people I know, they go sing on the streets and then they expect to be, American Idol, that kind of thing straight away, which is, and even then they have a resource, they have the guitar. They're using the resource, right? So that's one step ahead, actually. So use your resources and also do what you're good at. So for example, for baby ballet, right? People might think it's out of the blue. How come suddenly like that? So no. I put in my time. I've danced since I was 5, and I've continued to do it as a hobby. I still go to my old teacher who I've been with. She knows me since I was 5 years old, and now I still go back as a student. And sometimes because I'm there so long already, she would ask me to do replacement classes, and so I have experience in it already. And I have friends in that area who are also looking to do part-time. So I've done my time. I've done all that way back when. I just didn't know I would use it now. I'll call in their favor now, right? So use your resources and do what you're good at and that you like. It has to be that, these two things. Yeah. See what's around you. Everyone has resources, whether it's friends, whether it's parents, whether it's family, whether it's colleagues. And number 2, do something that you like. So I know I've got a friend who, he's even more amazing than me. He's a fitness trainer. He is a tuition teacher.
Wow.
Because he's really good in physics and maths, right? And of course, because this fitness industry has crashed because of MCO and because of COVID. And what did he do? Just before MCO hit, he managed to open a bakery. So he also opened a bakery with healthy food and nutrition, because as a fitness trainer he also went into nutrition, and so he was about to open it, and then MCO hit. But before MCO hit, he managed to get all his equipment arriving from Lazada or wherever he was buying it lah. So during the MCO, what was he doing? Baking. And now he's like, I think the number one fitness baker in town. So
That's
what
so
did he do?
impressive.
Use his resources. Yeah, use his resources and did what he was good at. I didn't even know he was great in baking. Seriously, man. Yeah. So that's an inspiration.
Very good. Very inspiring. Very
Yeah.
inspiring.
So it's possible. Basically, you have your strengths. Everyone has strengths. Use your strengths and use your resources.
Okay. The other things I want to ask you, or I mean, your advice. Some people, they are already in business right now, and let's say, for example, they are running I don't know, tuition centers or language centers they're doing right now, and they've been, because I know that, because a lot of people come to me and tell me the problems, the challenge they're facing right now. Some, they open it for like many years, like 3, 5, some even 10, 20 years, and they still cannot profit from the business a lot. They cannot get a lot of students from there. They're stuck. And some want to open a new branch, they do not manage to do it, and they're just stuck in whatever they're doing right now. So what is your advice to these people? Because you've gone through the stage, you see. What is your advice to them, and what do you think is the most important thing to right now? Like, for example, from now on, how to unstuck their business? What is the main thing that they should do?
Okay. Call you. Okay. But a step before that, I mean, I was exactly in that place as well.
Yeah.
And for me, I didn't even start the business. I took over from the family business, right? And so I just decided to do things. I got lazy lah, did the same things over and over again, expecting different results. And as we all know, if you do the same things over and over again, expecting different results, that's insanity, right? That's silly. And the world has changed so much. I mean, you do that for 20 years, okay, back in the 80s to 90s and even late 90s, it's still not too bad because the world hasn't moved and changed that much.
Mm-hmm.
But between early 2000 to now, which is 20 years already, 20 years since 2000, right? Things have changed dramatically in the last 5 years or even 10 years.
Yeah.
And so to think that you can do the same thing over and over again and expecting more results or better results, it's crazy.
Right.
So the first thing to do is stop doing what you've always done and think about what the things that you could and should do if you want to maintain in that business. If you still want to maintain that business, you have to do something different. And it has to be drastically different, not even a little bit different. It's not like, oh, last time I used to put 10 ads in the newspapers. Now I just put 5 and I choose different times to put it. That's not different enough.
Okay.
Yeah. And even Facebook ads, not just putting it out and expecting the best, expecting for the best. You have to do something drastically different. And how to do that is to grow yourself first lah. Your mindset has to grow, and to do that, you have to connect with people who have done it before and been successful. So people like Casey, people around you that have managed to get out of the rut, pick their brain. Number 2, okay, so stop doing things that you've done before. Do something that you could and should do. Number 2, stop doing what is expected of you and start doing things that is more than expected. Start doing something that is more than expected of you. If that makes sense.
Like what? Examples.
Like for example, I've always just run the school, and I've always just done the counseling, right?
Yeah.
For further studies.
Yes.
So I have to do more. If I want my team to also do more, I have to do more myself. So I decided to, go on a course to learn from John Maxwell. I'm now a John Maxwell certified trainer and coach as well. To learn more and to increase my knowledge as well, so that I can be a better counselor. Instead of just reading the brochures day in, day out. So I'm doing something more than is expected.
Okay.
Or even servicing my clients or servicing my students. Students come to us, for example, for our further studies. They come to us, they 80% don't know what to do. There's so much choice. They get stuck. They don't know what to choose already. They are doctor, lawyer, don't know already. And so I want to go one step further in providing them, okay, how do I help you lead your life? Make decisions for your life that's more than just a career or education decision. And that's why I'm making sure that I'm going to all these courses of John Maxwell to make sure that I'm more than a counselor to them. I'm more than just a career advisor to them. Yeah, so do more than is expected. And that's where you find you're on the top 1% that, everyone's down here doing the same thing over and over again, but you are doing that 1% extra, then that will probably give you a few more clients and make you a bit more different than everyone else.
I think it's a very good point. I think really a lot of people, like especially in education, because they are just comfortable to do whatever they're doing right now. So that's actually where they screw up and that really suffers right now. And I still know there are people who are suffering right now.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they just do not want to, I don't know. So they are like, some of them like 50-50, some that still want to change. So that's why there's a reason I want to get people like you to come in to share with them how do you manage to turn around the business, and hopefully they can learn something from you. Second thing is those people who are thinking or want to start a business right now, seriously, just really listen to what Jasmine say, and it will really give you a big push on, okay, what should you do now and all these things. So you can see like Jasmine is really doing some things that no one else is doing. She's taking a further step on learning the John Maxwell and all these things. By the way, you have a John Maxwell training coming out, right?
I do. I'll post it a bit later, yes. But come and join my live webinar.
So, okay, the last thing is that, so if anyone like who are watching this right now, and if they want to approach you for whatever reason, collaborations, or they want to learn from you, or they want to seek advice from you. So I think what you do is, I think your page is still setting up. So I think they can find your IEC page, am I right, for the English centers?
Yes, they can. And they can go, I've got 2 pages. Yeah, I do have a John Maxwell page already, but I do have my own page as well. Yeah.
So the IEC is what? So this is IEC, am I right? This is IEC on Facebook, they can find you, right?
www.iec.com.my. You can find me there.
One.
Or you can email me, or you can Skype me, or WhatsApp me. I'm available to chat. I love to talk about new ideas, and if you are struggling to start up with something, I love to brainstorm with you. Don't worry about, there's no charges. I'm just happy to help you if I can, especially during these hard times as well. So just feel free to drop me a line. I'll drop my email here with Casey, then he can share with you later on as well.
Right. So anyone, or so the other way it's if you cannot find her, so you can also message me, then I'll pass your contact to Jasmine so that you all can connect together. So these are the ways actually we can help everybody who are watching this right now, and I hope that these sharings that really like impact you, your business, your life, and those who are starting out. This is something that, like, you can see how she do things, like how she does things and all these things, like the extra stuff that she do, the extra initiative that she learned is really what makes her business like successful right now, like doing extremely well now compared to other people that you're watching. Like I said, compared to other people who are still starting, there's a little bit difference, which is come from the extra effort that what she have shared. So that's actually the main point, that the reason why I want to get her in to share with everybody, and I hope that you get the point that in our interviews I was sharing with you. So okay, finals. I let you use one finals, like 2 to 3 minutes to share with people. What is your final advice to them? What is your ultimate advice for them? Yeah.
Ultimate advice.
Yeah.
Ultimate advice for what? For life or for startups?
Anything.
Or
anything you want to share.
Anything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, first of all, if you're about to start up, like what I said, just to remind you, use whatever you have now, use your resources, and use your strengths. You have to know what you're good at, yeah. Use what you're good at, and then you'll be ahead of everyone else already. Number 2, for those of you who are struggling, I know it's difficult. I've been there, and what Casey has said about me being so successful, I'm still getting there. I'm still getting there, but I'm keeping a positive mindset. And I think that really helps as well. Stay positive. How? Do things that you haven't done before. Just get out of it. I know it can be scary, but hey, if there's a good time to do anything new, it's now. Because we are sort of forced into creativity, right? We're out of necessity because of COVID-19 and all that.
Right.
So do something that is different, that can be drastic, but that will push you forward. Be prepared for some pain and some loss. I mean, we've all lost something already throughout this MCO. I'm not gonna lie. But know that there is hope at the end, and there's not only one door, there are many doors. So keep your chin up, and it will get better. Just stay positive.
All right. Thanks, Jasmine, for coming and share again. So I'll probably get Jasmine to come and share next time when
anytime. Oh yes, and call this guy. Call this guy if you need help with advertising and marketing. He's the one that turned me around two years ago. So.
So I will get in future, I will get Jasmine to come and share with everybody again. Perhaps we have more insights, we have more experience to share with everybody. But anyway, thanks for sharing, and for people watching this right now, I hope this really benefits you and start taking action. All right. So thanks everybody. Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Done.